Hello and welcome to Cycling Through Life. I'm Thad and I appreciate you joining me today. I'm about to take off here in a second. I'm about halfway through a 2-hour ride and I'm on a busy road, fairly busy. This was a video I wasn't expecting to shoot today and wasn't even really expecting to ride today. But I needed some mental therapy. I needed a release and the bike is really my main outlet. So if you hear that beeping, as I mentioned in episode 1, for those cycling people, I'm riding with a Garmin rear tail light that has a camera and a radar, and it will warn me as a car is approaching from behind and will display on my computer, and it helps me have peace of mind and lets me know somebody's approaching me and I can get over or wave them by or whatever. So I highly recommend it if you're a cyclist. But let's get riding and let's talk. I appreciate you joining me today. There may be periods of less talking and more riding, but we'll just see. We'll play it as we go. The wind is pretty strong today, 15 to 20 miles an hour. Hopefully it won't affect the audio too bad when I kind of get heading north and turn right up here, but I'm doing about 20 miles an hour. Have a little frustration in the pedals today. You see I'm riding with a heavy heart. Family is important to me, and it has been my whole life. I was growing up around a lot of family. A lot of my family lived close, and we would get together for holidays and birthdays and just random occasions. And tomorrow, my dad was to turn 80 years old. But 2 days ago, he passed away due to a heart attack. And let me first say, as I mentioned in episode 1, heart failure runs in my family. Both of my grandfathers passed from a heart attack. Hang on. And little did I know when I recorded that video last week, did I realize I'd be talking about it again today. One of the reasons why I ride and exercise is to keep my heart healthy so I can live longer and fight the hereditary genes that I have. But my dad was very influential in my life. He was in real estate in southern Middle Tennessee for 40 years. And I don't know if you've heard of the city south of Nashville, Franklin, Tennessee. We moved there when I was in the first grade. And he started real estate. And Franklin was small then. Everybody knew everybody. And just by watching him as I grew up, I learned that life is about relationships. He was a people person, and he worked his ass off for our family. My mom, who has also passed a couple of years ago, was a stay-at-home mom. She took care of us exceptionally well while my dad worked so hard to provide for our family. But as I would go with him to various places and things, I'd watch him. And he would connect or touch and talk to everybody around him. Also, in the first episode, I talked to you about my weight. One of the reasons I probably got there is because when he would drive me to school, he would stop by the donut shop. My dad loved donuts. And he would sit me down with 2 donuts while I ate my donuts. He walked around the donut shop, knew everybody in there, would ask them about their family, their job. And that wasn't just the donut shop, that was the bank, that was the grocery store, everywhere, out in public, at my ball games. He was constantly talking to people, sharing stories, connecting with them. And he was loved by many because of his character and his kindness. He would always do for others before doing for himself. In 1986, he was the president of the Williamson County Board of Realtors. And he took that honor very seriously. And I mean, he lived and breathed real estate, all the while taking care of our family. So I'm very grateful for him. After my mom passed, he moved a little ways away. It was harder to see him as often as I could. There's a car behind me. Try to, you're good, buddy, let's go. Thank you. One more. Thank you. It was harder for me to see him as often, but I tried with my schedule and his new life. And I was very blessed, though, that he could use a smartphone. He would text. Sometimes you couldn't understand him, but he was trying. And he would send random texts out of nowhere, and you had to kind of decipher them and try to figure out what he was saying. But I was grateful that I had the relationship with him that I did. But also, as he got older and suffered with some memory issues. Okay, you can hit me next time. It's okay. Sorry. I'm trying to get out of people's way. I really am. As he suffered with memory issues, I would get frustrated with him only for, I think, my own sadness and busy schedule. You know, that I'm like, what do you, we've had this conversation, or what are you trying to say? Or, you know, and man, I wish I had some time back or a redo on some of those days. And I'm sure everybody that's lost somebody has that feeling. But this was totally unexpected. It's been a shock to our family the last several days. But I also want to share with you, and I'll try to breathe as I go up this hill, and talk at the same time, but I want to share with you something you already know, but I think everybody takes for granted. And that is, there's no guarantees in life. If you have a loved one, a family member, a friend, maybe you haven't spoke to in a while, or even if you speak to on a regular basis, I encourage you to reach out to them. Tell them you love them. Tell them you appreciate them. and everything they mean to you, especially men. I think men try to be macho, especially you guys my age. Don't want to show emotion. It's hard to say I love you, but I'm a big express my emotions, maybe to a fault. And I think it's important to tell people that you love them, you appreciate them. Especially if you have a relative, a loved one, a friend that you may have grown distant from, and maybe not as close as you were in the past. Reach out to them. Just even a text, especially during the holidays. Tell them you love them, wish them well, because there's no guarantee we're going to see them again. And I knew that, and I still took it for granted with my dad. I hope he hears me and is watching me ride today in his honor. And I'm just sorry, Dad, that it ended the way it did. I know you're with Mom, and hopefully y'all are having a great time in heaven with Jesus, celebrating his birthday. Lastly, everybody handles grief differently. There's no right way. So if you're suffering from the loss of someone or even a pet, express it. Get it out. Don't hold it in. Do whatever you need to do to have that release. Like I'm riding today. If you're a man, it's okay to cry. It's okay to be vulnerable and let your loved ones love on you. I have a great support family and friends that have reached out to me over the last couple of days. Thank you. And I'm just so grateful for them. I hope and pray you have that support around you. If you don't, leave me a comment. I'll reach out to you. It's hard. And whatever I can do to help if you're going through a loss or a hard time, let me know. But I'm about to pick up some speed. It might get hard to hear me again. This is probably a day and a video that I'll always remember. So I appreciate you guys joining me for this short segment. Until next time, I don't know when that's going to be, but I'm grateful to all my family and friends. I love you, Dad. Y'all get home safe.